Hi friends, let's talk computer science. So today is day one of Computer Science Education Week, and later on is our Hour of Code event. So to start off our talk about computer science, we have to first talk about the people who make it happen. Programmers. Programmers are people who write instructions to tell a computer what to do. These instructions are written in language that the computer understands, which is called code. Programmers write the code to make a program run or work. And these instructions can be anything from moving a character across a screen, or the program could be to write an entire game. So there are three basic flow control structures that guide how a program works and what it does. Today we're going to be focusing on sequence. So what is a sequence? A sequence is an order of events. Pretty much everything that we do can be broken into a series of steps we follow to complete a task. The order of events we follow to make sure the task is completed the correct way is called an algorithm. You follow an algorithm every time you wash your hands. First, you get your hands wet, then you get soap, then you rub your hands together and hum the happy birthday song, and then you wash off this soap, and then you have to dry your hands. Now, as a human, we already know how to follow the steps to follow this and do this correctly. But a computer, like a robot, would not be able to follow this same algorithm. The instructions are not detailed enough. How do you move towards the sink? How do you turn the water on? How long do you rub your hands together? If you wanted to tell a robot how to wash their hands or claws, you would need to include these exact specific instructions for how to do every single step. So what do you think happens if this sequence is written incorrectly in a program's code? You guessed it, the program won't run correctly. This is called a bug. Depending on the mistake in your code, a bug can make programs crash, freeze, or have other things happen. Debugging, which means finding and fixing the mistakes in your code, is something that programmers do every day, and you're probably going to have to do when you program your own codes later. But just like when we make mistakes in writing or math, we have to find and fix our errors. And that's how we learn, is through mistakes. And I love mistakes because it means that we are working harder and we are getting better and learning more. So to talk about sequencing a little more, we are going to read a story and then go over our sequencing skills.
The Very Hungry Caterpillar by Eric Carle. In the light of the moon, a little egg lay on a leaf. One Sunday morning, the warm sun came up and pop! Out of the egg came a tiny and very hungry caterpillar. He started to look for some food. On Monday, he ate through one apple, but he was still hungry. On Tuesday, he ate through 2 pears, but he was still hungry. On Wednesday, he ate through 3 plums, but he was still hungry. On Thursday, he ate through 4 strawberries, but he was still hungry. On Friday, he ate through 5 oranges, but he was still hungry. On Saturday, he ate through 1 piece of chocolate cake, 1 ice cream cone, 1 pickle, 1 slice of Swiss cheese, 1 slice of salami, 1 lollipop, 1 piece of cherry pie, 1 sausage, 1 cupcake, and 1 slice of watermelon. That night, he had a stomach ache. The next day was Sunday again. The caterpillar ate through 1 nice green leaf, and after that, he felt much better. Now he wasn't hungry anymore, and he wasn't a little caterpillar anymore. He was a big, fat caterpillar. He built a small house called a cocoon around himself. He stayed inside for more than 2 weeks. Then he nibbled a hole in the cocoon, pushed his way out, and he was a beautiful butterfly. Hi friends, so now that we read The Very Hungry Caterpillar, we are going to now practice our sequencing and putting our events in the correct order. This means we have to remember the order of the story or the order of the steps, which is the same as the sequencing and coding. So when we think back to the story and we look at these pictures, I see something that sticks out right away. Do you? For me, it's the butterfly. I know that our very hungry caterpillar turned into a butterfly at the end of our story, so I'm going to put him at the end. Now, when I'm looking at the rest of the pictures, I see an apple, the caterpillar, the leaf, and the chocolate cake. If our story ends with the butterfly, I think you're right. It's going to start with our caterpillar. And now we have to remember the order. Let's think. I remember that he ate the leaf after the chocolate cake because the chocolate cake made his tummy hurt. So now we just have to remember, did the apple come before the chocolate cake or after? What order of events in our sequence was the apple? You're right, it came first. So we have our caterpillar, the apple, then we have the chocolate cake, the leaf, and our butterfly. So this is putting the events in the order of our sequence. Let's see if we're right. We are. So friends, that's a quick little idea of what sequencing is with coding. Check back tomorrow to see what skill we're going to learn.